सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु स्मृतिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति ॐ। I am so happy that we are inaugurating today this global cellulite course, and I'm so happy that so many of you are interested to learn in-depth sutra to science approach about this difficult to help condition. About 9 months ago, one of my co-author and very eminent Ayurvedic personality, Lisa Coffey, inspired me. So,
hi, dear. I'm on the phone also. It's Lisa. Hi.
Oh, Lisa, you are there. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm very happy you made it. So Lisa Coffey is there. She is the real inspiration because, you know, I'm doing too many things already. It was very new to me. Then when I started to research, I became more curious. Oh my God. And what inspired me to do more on this cellulite, because a lot of people are doing partial things. Whenever people are getting any little help, they get excited, they get brainwashed and get exploited. And most of the time, detox crisis, harmful things, a lot of snake oil sellers are there, like for cellulite. It hurt me. So then I thought, you know what, I have to do the real thing. And always I like to do the real thing. Then I called my old research assistant, Sambhavi. Sambhavi, are you there? Say hello to everybody. Sambhavi, can you hear me? No?
I think she must be there. Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
Sambhavi, just say hello to everybody like Lisa said.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Wonderful. She's helping me since last 12 years in research, in all the courses in Sutra to Science. Then my brother, somebody is saying, my brother Kiran Kant, he is a big help. In the middle of the night in India, I say, okay, my brother, search these verses, try to find this concept in different sastras. He does that. Yes. Yes, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, Tess. Tess is already doing a lot of things on cellulite. She's a wonderful therapist for so many things. And she has started to treat 2 subjects and started to learn how to grade the cellulite based on the 6th stage of pathogenesis, which I'm going to talk about today. She is a big blessing for me. One big scientist, young scientist, my Dharma daughter, Malini Iyer, she joined me about 3 weeks ago, and she is going to do all the critical research on the concept, deep research on the concept of whatever I'm going to talk, Ayurvedically or scientifically. She's a postgraduate student, researcher. She's there. Malini, are you there? Yes, Malini, nice to see you. I'm here at my Dharma daughter, and she is going to do a lot of deep research on the herbs I'm using or the concepts, and that's a big blessing, big blessing. Thank you, Malini.
My pleasure.
Are you there, Harshal?
Harsha's not there.
Harshal Aulekar is from India. He's in Canada now. He is going to do a special research. All he has done a lot of Marma point allocation, anatomical structures. Now I assigned him to do a research on lymphatic glands, particularly lymphatic glands and the cellulite. So we have a very divine team. Anybody left?
Huh?
Anybody?
No, I think that's
And you know who we have to thank the most? My beautiful wife. I don't know how she has done all this in spite of everything she has to do. And today too, I'm able to do it. It's an amazing divine support. So we have all this support, and that makes me happy that whatever I'm going to do in this Cellulite course, it is going to be really helpful. And there is a reason behind this. Why? Just when you do something right, when you do something real, you know it is going to work. You know it is going to work. Number one, we are not going to just treat cellulite without understanding the reason of cellulite on that particular person. If 10 people will have cellulite, if 10 people will come to you, and I'm sure that in those 10 people, the reason, the hetu, is going to be different. So I am going to give you very soon, after teaching you some basic principles of Ayurveda related to cellulite, and already you got the first basic principle of SV Ayurveda on cellulite. You got the video, you got the transcript. Read up on them. It's very easy to understand. I'm not going to repeat that today because you have video, transcript, and if you have any question, you can always ask. So reason, if you have a checklist, at least 50 hetus. I always repeat this verse. The original verse, the first verse of Ayurveda. Hetu linga oshad jnanam swastha atur parayanam. Hetu. First try to find the hetu. Reason, etological factor of that particular person who is in front of you to take care of cellulite or any disease. Here we'll talk about cellulite. Somebody, because I research from Ayurveda angle and modern knowledge, whatever is out there with the help of all these divine team. How many possible, as many possible region is there of cellulite? Either it is originating the cellulite or they are trigger factors or associated factors. There were 3 categories of hetus checklist you will get. Main factor, associated factors, and trigger factors. So first, anybody comes to you, just checklist. Ask simple questions, and then you will see among 50, you will have 5 or 10 hetus there only for that particular person's cellulite. Then you will know how specific etological factors are creating scientifically and Ayurvedically how or suppose how if somebody is eating bad protein, what is happening in the physiology, overall physiology, and in the local area of the cellulite. What is happening? You have to know what that particular reason, particular etological factor, what pathogenesis, what pathology they are creating, scientifically and Ayurvedically, both. because the protocol is going to be scientific SWA SV Ayurveda. So you have to know the science and sutra. Every steps, I promise you, with the support of these all researchers, I will give you reasoning what that with somebody is smoking, how the smoking is going to impact. If somebody is having alcohol, how the too much alcohol is going to impact that particular person's cellulite. Then what happens? You don't need to do too many things. You don't need to prescribe too many things, because among those 50 checklists, you know what is the reason and what solution based on those etiological factor-based pathological pathogenesis. Easy. The protocol, the prescription will be very easy. Topical and general. Topical and general. That's the beauty of this course. You're not just shooting the target in the dark and not just doing one thing for everybody. It will be different, but the recommendations, whatever you will give in terms of diet, in terms of topical, we will help you on that. Easy to make khichdi mixes, easy to have the detox protein powder, and very easy to do the topical treatments. One more thing I will like to explain, that here also we are doing three people. Already 2 people we started to categorize and started the topical protocol. But all of you going to get one whole set for one person to go through 7-week protocol, which will have a specific protocol for food, massage oil, cream, topical and food-wise will give you for one person. So everybody can select now, start selecting who will be your subject. And very soon when that point will come, you will get the shipment of everything for one person for 7 weeks, so you can start the practice. If you want more than one person to learn on and see the results, you can do so, but you have to pay this for the materials. But for one person, we are supplying everything. So this is going to be very interesting. But today, I would like to take you to the second level. Watch that video, whatever you got it, and read the transcript. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 basic principles of Ayurveda, which you are going to use the wisdom in understanding the stages. We'll do practical also, but today is the theory. We'll do elaborated practical video on this. 3 deep Ayurvedic principles related to how to take care of cellulite. There is a word in Ayurveda called samprapti. Samprapti. Understanding any disease, any conditions, stages. 6 stages called Sad Kriya Kal in Sanskrit, 6 stages of pathogenesis, which is going to be the basis of our topical testing, local testing, checking the intensity of accumulations of toxins or aggravation of dosas and subdosas, and then decide and what kind of stage is there. Protocol will be little different, but you will be able to explain to your client that, ma'am, your cellulite in such and such a stage. So you will be able to tell them easy to help, difficult to help, more difficult to help, or sorry, we cannot help. To get rid of your liability, you can say, this, you have to go to see the doctor. There are the stages like that. So the first stage of this 6th stage of pathogenesis is called sanchaya, accumulation. Local accumulation and general accumulation in the body. See, the local accumulations of toxins, inflammatory toxins, non-inflammatory toxins, are coming from the body. Toxins are not coming directly from nature to the area of cellulite. It is not. It is coming from the body. It's coming from the body. So, first what happens, accumulation of toxins and accumulations of the Vata, Pitta, Kapha. 2 things. We sent you a detailed video on 4 kind of toxins. Let us talk a little bit about that. We have 4 kind of toxins. Ama, semi-digested material. When you eat food, you are not digesting 100%. That is called ama, heavy, slimy material. That can get accumulated in the body. Accumulation of that also happening in the first stage, sanchaya stage, among 6 stages. When that ama, that semi-digested material, because body cannot use them, they remain either in the body or in the cellulite area. Then what happens? They become amavisha, which is free radicals. We will show you a lot of researches that in cellulite area, free radical accumulation is happening. Free radical accumulation is creating inflammation. They are blocking, they are just due to inflammation, channels are shrinking, then detox is not happening, nurturing is not happening, and that's what those areas are getting bumpy. So accumulation of that amavisha or ama, just accumulation. Stage 1, just accumulation. They are not doing anything, just accumulation in that area, sanchaya. Or 3rd kind of toxin is the genobiotics, which you get from then all the pesticides and all chemical, environmental the preservatives from your toothpaste, from your synthetic aroma, and all those things, fumes from detergent, they all get mixed together. And just the sanchaya kal, the first stage, accumulation. And also EMF plays a major role. We will get into the great detail. I'm just now I'm giving you a little bit overview of these stages to understand. First stage, just accumulation of these things and accumulation of the subdosas, and mainly you will see in your first video, first subdosha, two subdosha, three subdosas is getting accumulated under the skin. Sleshak pitta, which lubricates, Brajak pitta, which transforms, and Bhyanavata, which circulates. So the first stage is just accumulation of these three subdosas and these four kind of toxins. Just accumulation. In that stage, Tess will teach you in practicum that very soft, maybe in that stage even not any bump is there, maybe may not be because still they're accumulating in the body, maybe very superficial, very faint cellulite you will see in that case. But when second stage goes, prakopa stage, aggravation stage, then you will see the real appearance of cellulite, but still it will be soft. In pinch taste, you will be able to make the pinch, easy to make the pinch. When you will tap it, you can disperse. So that will be the second stage according to Ayurveda, prakopa stage, aggravation stage. I'm just trying to give you not only theory, little practice also, practical approach also. So stage 1 is sanchaya stage, stage 2 is prakopa stage, aggravation stage, where you can see visibly the cellulite is getting formed in one place. Prakopa stage. Then the third stage is prasar. When from prasar means moving from one place to other place, multiplying, or moving from one place to other place, prasar stage. In this stage also, you can see the bumps there, but still you will be able to make little thicker pinch in the pinch taste. Little stiff, little thicker pinch, but still it will be soft in touch. When you palpate, it will be still soft. Little harder than the second stage, but still not too hard. We are going to make a very comprehensive practical video, and Tess is learning, and Tess is going to do with me. That is the third stage. Fourth stage is called Asthana Sansraya stage. Asthan means place. Sansraya means completely just making a home there. San Asraya. The toxins, aggravated toxins, free radicals, all these three subdoshas, Sleshaka, Brajaka, and Bhyana, all aggravated subdosas and these toxins are making shelter there. That is called sthana sansraya. And in practicum, you will see it's more tougher. You can still make a pinch, try to make a pinch, but it will be very thick pinch, wider pinch, harder. Not too hard, but almost tougher. Sthana sansraya stage of cellulite. Sanchaya, accumulation. Prakopa, aggravation. Prasar, going to multiple location. Sthana sansraya, when they established their residence there. They established, more inflammation is there, more narrowing of channel is there. The fifth stage is called Bheda. A total and complete manifestation. Total and complete manifestation, localized, denser. Complete manifestation, dense, very hard to make pinch. That will be the Bheda. Means totally manifested, having all the tougher symptoms of cellulite. Then the sixth stage is Brahmsa. Why it is called Brahmsa? What is Brahmsa? Brahmsa is ruptured, something ruptured. In last video, the video what we sent to you will see a detailed knowledge about the channels, physical channels and vibrational channels. Brahmsa means when channels are ruptured. See, up to fifth stage, channels are not ruptured yet. Channels are shrunk, maybe due to hardening of channels. Minor calcification may be there also. But the sixth stage is called Brahmsa, where channels are totally ruptured. The problem is, when channels are ruptured, your medicine cannot go there. Toxins has no way out because channels are ruptured. Body's own nutrients cannot go there. In that stage, even in the fifth stage, don't try to take the risk. Because what tests called that stage beyond bound, you cannot make any pinch and very hard. And maybe you will find in those kind of cases, they have either history of cancer or they are insulin dependent diabetes, and many more regions you will learn. But today I'm just trying to tell you this very useful theory of Ayurveda, which I adopted this theory, this basic principle, this Siddhanta, Siddhanta Yastu Siddhanta, which has always proven 100% proven truth. This Siddhanta, if you apply in this cellulite, when you follow this roadmap in taking care of any disease, you will find always great solutions. But you have to understand this sixth all this sixth stage of pathogenesis called Sadakriyata. My brother has found all the references of all these three things I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to make an audio of the sutras from Susrut Samhita and transcription from the Shastras also. Today I'm just giving you a very practical overview of this sixth stage of pathogenesis. This is going to be basis of our seeing the categories, the types, stages, because this is also going to be one of the basis of say yes or no, so you understand where you can help and where you cannot help. That is the best thing to do. If you cannot help, if somebody has hidden cancer or hidden other related inflammation, if you try to do anything, it will backfire on you. This is about sixth stage of pathogenesis in a very practical way. In-depth knowledge about this from the Shastras also we will send you email in between and maybe some audio or video from the sutras. This is the beauty of this SV Ayurveda. We go to the source, whether it is a modern day problem of cellulite or some ancient disease, you can fit into this roadmap because they are very true. The second Siddhanta we are going to discuss today, and I announce in my curriculum also, making the Samprapti Chakra. This is also related to Samprapti, sixth stage of pathogenesis. Making the Samprapti Chakra. Because what happens, every disease has that, when we learn in Ayurvedic college and with my dad, he was saying, okay, now you have seen this patient on the spot, make Samprapti Chakra of this patient. What this Samprapti Chakra is, I will send you the video also. Samprapti Chakra is every disease has Hetu, etiological factor. Chakra means a wheel. When a etiological factor progresses, creates more problem, more additional factor comes, more trigger factor comes, it becomes a self-sustaining wheel. Self-sustaining wheel, and then it becomes a disease. So understanding the Samprapti Chakra, making it for that particular person, it's because it's new to you guys, you will say, oh my God, how to do it? It's a new wordings. I knew these wordings, but when my dad told me that you have to make Samprapti Chakra for every single patient, because whole goal of treating any disease is how to break that Samprapti Chakra, how to break that self-sustaining wheel of that particular person's disease. That's the goal. Don't just try to suppress the symptom, what everybody is doing. Break that self-sustaining wheel, just break it. So that if that wheel is broken, self-sustaining wheel is broken, which is keep giving input to sustain that chronic or even acute disease, if that wheel is broken, if this disease feedback loop is done, then what? total cure. So how the slabs are, what are the slabs of these wheels? Giving you one example. First, see, everything is related what I'm teaching. The first is, no disease can happen without the reason. Hetu, yes. Hetu is there. Then you will have a checklist. Hetu is the first slab of this chakra. Yes. Hetu. Suppose the Hetu is, in one patient of cellulite came to you and you figured out the main Hetu of this woman to have cellulite is eating bad processed meat or processed cheese. First Hetu. Second Hetu is eating bad fat, because there's always multiple Hetu. I'm just giving you one example. The first slab of that curve is, which will make the whole wheel, eating bad protein, bad fat, and bad salt. Then that will make the quarter of the wheel. And then what they're doing. Second slab. See the transition of the symptom. Second slab is that bad fat is creating more fat accumulation. The fat follicles of the under the skin is getting enlarged. See the second thing, second slab, what those etiological factor is doing, narrowing the channel with the garvisha from the bad protein, and they are not doing anything. They keep eating that, keep feeding that loop. And what the bad salt is doing, retaining water. You can tap the certain areas of the feet and you can see little retaining water. So then that will be the second slab of the curve of the wheel. That because they keep doing it. First, they keep supporting the second slab of the wheel. They keep feeding it every day. And the pathogenesis going from first stage to second stage, and the slab is growing. Then you see other factors also. They are eating bad fat, supporting that slab. They are drinking bad water and eating bad salt as a supporting factor. Eating too much salt, eating bad salt, too much salt, bad fat, too much fat, bad protein, too much, and not doing any exercise. Not doing anything about that, not doing any exercise, going to bed late, going to bed late, the metabolic factor is getting messed up. Other trigger factor, maybe they have a hormonal problem. They're eating too much sugar also in the same time to trigger the estrogen. So just keep seeing that either the trigger factor or supporting factors are there. Keep making that wheel more growing, more deeper symptoms are there. Pathogenesis is going from first stage to second to third stage, fourth stage. Keep adding either bad routine, bad water, lack of exercise. Keep adding the additional and trigger factors, and this wheel is keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, and then it is getting a whole wheel. By more additional and trigger factors, one slab, two slab, three slabs, 4, 5, 6, and all it is. After 6 round curve, it becomes a whole circle. Based on the stages, because this Samprati chakra is related to 6th stage of pathogenesis. But then this checklist will help you. The main 3 reason is processed protein, bad fat, bad salt. Then you will see the additional regions, trigger factors that keep adding to this to make the whole chakra, one after another. Then whenever this whole chakra is met, then the 5th stage is there. If chakra is not made 100%, then it is easy. When the chakra is already sustaining by all these main hetu, additional hetu, and trigger factors. If you know this chakra, and we are going to send you some practicum to make chakra. I'm giving you just the overview today, and you will get the video also. The goal is to break the chakra. So number one main hetu, if you stop that, eating good protein, good fat, and good salt, what you are doing? You are stopping the source of that chakra. We stop that. And then, if the person is eating inflammatory food, like a lot of tomato, potato, bell pepper, eggplant, these are good additional factors. They inflame. The non-inflammatory conditions become inflammatory conditions because of the 6 neurotoxic chemicals. So then slowly, the other factors, they start to go to bed early, start to drink good water, start eating good salt in moderation. Whatever that particular person's trigger factor, associated factor, or main factor is there, then all this self-sustaining chakra will be broken. Attack on every slab. So you have to make that strategy. When we start doing it, when my father told me to make for a lot of patients, initially it was very difficult, but then it became like a fun. It feels, see, in my teaching, you may be initially feeling, oh my God, lots to do for just taking care of cellulite. No, this is a big syndrome there. But initially it is looking tough to know. But practically it is easy, like pulse, my last pulse assessment course. These words are foreign to you, but I'm trying to make it very practical. And wait until you get the checklist. then it will be very easy to understand the Samprapti, 60 stages of Samprapti and the Samprapti chakra. I will already send you some examples. Because see, I'm giving you example, but when you will see the real person who has cellulite and try to sit down and see the checklist, ask questions, and then it will be easy for you to make Samprapti chakra. The third and very prominent Siddhanta from Charak Samhita I'm going to teach you today, which I remember the verse, which applies on each and every disease of Ayurveda. This Siddhanta you are not learning just for cellulite. I'm giving you example of cellulite, but this is not just for cellulite. The verse says, Sarvada Sarbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikarakam Hrasa Hetur Visheshascha Prithak Kritam. Sarvada Sarbhavanam. Always in all situations. Sarvada Sarbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikaraka. The equal things, the similar things, similar material, equal thoughts are increasing. If you mix liquid to liquid, the volume will go high. Sarvada Sarbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikarak. How to use this principle in cellulite? In a understanding and creating a protocol. If somebody is eating processed cheese and keep adding to it the processed meat, what will happen? The similar thing they are eating, the inflammation will go high. If they are eating non-processed cheese, non-processed meat, the inflammation will go down. Sarvada Sarbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikarikam. Equal nature, equal quality things will increase and non-equal is going to decrease. If you put fire and water, what will happen? Fire will decrease and water will decrease. That's why Sarvada Sarbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikarikam. Samanya, equal is increasing. If somebody has cold due to cold weather and person is drinking cold water, what will happen? Cold will go high. If somebody has cold and drinking hot water, cold will go low. This Siddhanta applies in everywhere in life. Sarvada Sarbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikarikam Rasa Hetur Visheshascha. The unequal things are decreasing. Rasa Hetur Visheshascha Prithak Kritam. Also, it is separating. Separating from one thing to other thing. So this Siddhanta you are going to apply in cellulite. If somebody is retaining a lot of water, if you give them a lot of salt, samanya, equal thing, what will happen? person will retain more water. If somebody is retaining water, which is the first layer, we're going to talk about this 6-7 layers of the skin according to Ayurveda and modern science. First layer is almost water. Udakdhara, you will learn. Water holding layer, which will disturb your treatment if you don't release the person's water. So if somebody has water retention, more salt will increase water retention and less salt will decrease water retention. Or you will have a tea to release that water retention. So this Siddhanta keep always in mind, anything you do in life. If you are a physician, always know this is a very universal Samanya and Vishesh Siddhanta. Again, I'm going to send you the transcript, translation, and more detail on this Siddhanta. So these 3 Siddhantas, 6th stage of pathogenesis, Samprapti Chakra, and Samanya and Vishesh Siddhanta. Sarvada Sarvbhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikarakam Rasa Hetur Visheshascha Prithak Kritam. And also you will get Sutra to Science approach for the fascia. Lot of roar going on, lot of talk going on even in the, like a fascia is the abnormalities in the fascia is the main reason for cellulite, which is true and not true at the same time. Cellulite is not just happening due to abnormalities in the fascia. And fascia, according to Ayurveda, is called kala. We are going to talk in detail in the next session. I'm going to talk about layers of skin. You will know where fascia is and what fascia is doing and how many fascias is there in Ayurveda from the sutras. So this is going to be very fascinating course. Already I made the cream yesterday, new cream based on the research, based on my wisdom. You are going to get khichdi mixes for your one client or one person in family or friend. So a lot of fun is going to be there in this course. So now I can answer few questions, and then you can always, you have so many media now, no? On the Facebook, you can send direct email.
Yeah, questions can be posted on Facebook.
Or you can also question, you have a group on the Facebook, and we will answer your question, but I'm ready for at least 2 questions today. Anybody has any question?
They have to unmute themselves.
Unmute. How to unmute?
They do it themselves.
Unmute them yourself and ask question, yes. Anybody has any question? You know how to, yes?
I have a question on how to determine which client will qualify to do this cellulite course, to accompany the cellulite course with the practicum, because most of my clients have some kind of a pitta imbalance in the gut or in the skin, and I don't know if they could have the kurti lentils or if they could do, the series.
That you will know in detail. First what should do, what I sent you the video.
Yeah.
Watch them, and then when you will have the checklist, you will know. in the checklist, there will be pitta imbalance and in the colon and all. We'll talk about the colon and all. So in the meantime, what you can do, no, don't go ahead now. Let me send you the checklist. Then your answer will be there, because checklist also will have what to do in the end. What to do if somebody has this, somebody has this. You are going to get that. And just now, just learn this siddhantas. Then the management will be easy. And it's like you have to understand the checklist first and keep reading them and like that. I will send you soon. I'm just covering now the siddhanta, the basic principle. Then next is going to be anatomy and physiology and the pathophysiology of cellulite, and then we will. But in the meantime, I'm creating this checklist. I will send you ahead of time, and then you can always ask questions because your question is little advanced for what stage we are now. But you can always ask, and I can answer you privately. Okay?
Thank you.
I have a question, Vaidya.
Yeah.
So in that K2 cycle, let's say that people improve on certain areas of their K2, but then they go back to their bad habit. Does it still, like, let's say they have a bad diet, but they're very regulated, but they eat bad fat or they eat. So does it really matter what breaks that? I mean, do you have to do all of them, or can they do some?
See, whatever they will do, if they will do 10%, they will get 10% benefit because you are targeting. If they will go 50%, 50%, So, but to break the cycle, you have to stop totally. Slowly, but totally. But otherwise, the cycle will be on and on if they do not do 100%. But whatever percent they will do, because they will do right things, they will get that, you have to explain to them. Whatever you earn, you get. Otherwise, that's what it is. And what happens if you really convince them right? The wisdom always helps. That I see in my practice. People are coming with a lot of negative thing. Oh my God. But when you explain to them how and why eating bad fat or bad salt is not only giving you cellulite, it can give you other problems also. The truth has a lot of power in the most of the cases. But whatever percent they will do, they will get benefit that much percent for sure.
So to break the cycle, it doesn't, they can gradually do it. So they're breaking that cycle.
Yeah. It is not possible. Like if somebody is eating tomato, they cannot stop tomato right away because then they will lose appetite. You have to always say slowly, 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 because they're addictive. I have seen like, oh, no tomato, then because they are not getting that nicotine, they lose appetite. So everything has to be slow, yes.
Thank you, Vaidya.
Wonderful. So more questions. Send me a lot of questions. We have a wonderful team. We will answer your questions. I'm so happy that Lisa inspired me to do it, Lisa Coffee, and I'm enjoying it basically. It's a lot of work for me and my team, but I'm really enjoying it because I can see how many women are suffering emotionally, mentally from this cellulite. It looks like it is not a terribly bad disease, but a lot of suffering going on in women's world. So really, I'm happy to get involved and do something right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vaidya. Thanks for all your hard work and your good team.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for the book as well, for the cooking book.
Thank
It is great. Yeah, it is very helpful.
No, in this course also, we will say go to this page and do this recipe.
Awesome.
That is going to make my job easy too. Some new recipes are there always, but like this kulthi powder, it came on time. I was trying to get it from long time, but it's not a coincidence, divine grace to get this kulthi protein powder on time for everybody, but particularly for cellulite, course practitioners. It's a very nice. Everybody read the newsletter, last newsletter? Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about kulthi. So read them again and again. It will help everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vaidya.
Thank you.